Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I've got some finished pieces of jewelry that I wanted to share with you all today that I made from the most recent dollar bead box and dollar bead bag, the ones for October 2023. I'll put a link in the corner of this video and in the description box below to the unboxing video I did for this subscription in case you want to watch it, where I go into a little bit more detail about all the beads and everything that came in the box and the bag. And I'll also put a link in the description box below to the Dollar Bead Box website where you can go and check it out if you want to and see if it's something you would like to subscribe to. I have a coupon code, it's THJ2, and I'll put it on the screen here and in the description box below, and that'll save you $2 off your first box if you sign up, or $2 off a purchase from their online store. But you can only shop from their online store if you're a subscriber, or you can also buy an annual membership if you don't want to get the box or the bag. I think it's $35 a year, and that would give you access to their online shop, but you wouldn't get the box or the bag. This first necklace here, I did a video on this one. I did some wire wrap links, and I connected them with jump rings. I don't usually do that. I usually wire wrap links directly to each other, but since these beads were flat, I wanted them to lay flat, so I connected them together with jump rings. I used the check glass tabular rectangle beads. They were beige opal with black. And I used the check glass tabular square. They were 9mm. The ovals were 12 by 8mm. And these little squares are 9mm. And chartreuse travertine is the color on those. And then I used this pendant here. It's a check glass triangle pendant. It's 15mm, and jet travertine is the color on it. And I used gunmetal findings, and I wire wrapped this pendant, even though y'all know I don't like doing that. And I'm not very good at it, but I did it because it was top drilled from side to side. And then I used some gunmetal chain on the back here, and a lobster clasp and an extender chain. And my extender chain that I had already had a little dangle on the end of it here, so I didn't do a dangle. So that's the first piece that I made, and like I said, I did a video on it, and I will put a link in the description box below to that video too in case you want to watch it. So hold on, I'll get my next piece. Okay, this is the second piece I made, and I did a video where I bezeled this pendant. I didn't string the necklace up on camera. I did it off camera because I was afraid if I did it on camera it would make the video terribly long. But I did the bezel part on video. You don't have to bezel this stone. It had a hole in it. It's the 15 by 30mm yellow jade oval bead that was in the box. And it had a hole in it, but I like to bezel things, and I had a lady request that I bezel a stone like this on video. So I did that, and I used some metallic bronze delicas and some cream colored delicas for the bezel. And then I used some metallic dark bronze 15-0s on the inside here. And I did the same thing on both sides so that it would be double-sided. And then I made a little peyote bail with the metallic bronze delicas, same ones I used in the bezel, to attach it to the necklace there. And then for the necklace part, I used, from the dollar bead bag, I used the 3mm matte rainbow bronze beads and the 4mm vintage gold iris fire polish beads. And I just alternated between the 3 and 4mm ones and put a little 11-0 bronze seed bead between each of the beads. And then I did some chain on the back with a lobster clasp and an extender chain, and I hung one of the 4mm fire polish beads off of the extender chain as a dangle. And like I said, I did a video on the bezel, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below too in case you want to go back and watch it. Those are the only two I did videos on, so hold on and I'll get everything else. Okay, I've got a little bracelet here that I made. I started to do a video on this, but then I didn't because I've done a bracelet similar to this before, but I used larger beads. These are the 4mm fire polish beads that came in the box. They're the matte smoky topaz that came in the box, and it's just right angle weave. And I used some Durcoat Galvanized Champagne 11/0s. And then after I got the right angle weave part done, I went back up each side and put these little 2mm, I think they're called California Jet Gold is the color on those. I put those in between where the spaces were between the right angle weave. And then I just did a wire guardian and a toggle clasp. And like I said, I just didn't know if anybody would be interested in seeing a video on that, because I've done a bracelet like this before, but I think I used 8mm beads down the center, and I can't remember what I used on the sides, but it's a lot like the one I had made before. So hold on, let me get the next. All I've got left are necklaces, I think, so hold on. Okay, this is the next piece I made, and I'm not really happy with this piece. I debated about whether or not to even show it to y'all. I thought about just taking it apart and pretending I never made it, but I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's not got a whole lot of beads in it, and I like things to have a bunch of beads in them. I don't really know. I used the 20 by 24mm antique copper Southwest cross for my pendant. And I used the 10mm check glass Baroque pearls in cream. And I did some wire wrap links here with some copper wire. I didn't have any copper wire in my 22 gauge German style wire that I use all the time, but I did have some in dead soft wire, and I used that. And I have a hard time making wire wrap loops with dead soft wire. I need the German style wire because it's half hard, and it's not hard at all to work with. It's just that little extra bit of rigidity in the wire helps me make better loops. Now, I've seen people make absolutely beautiful, perfect loops with dead soft wire. I'm just not one of those people. I need the German style wire to make better loops, so that might be another reason I'm not really happy with it. I don't know. But I wanted to use the copper to match the pendant, and that's all I had in copper. And then I used some copper chain that I had in my stash, and I just used a little down here to attach the pendant. And then up both sides of the necklace, I did about 1 inch of copper wire, and then I did a wire wrapped link with the 5mm check glass fire polish beads that came in the box. Crystal Swirl Travertine is the color on those. And then I did another inch of chain and another wire wrapped link with the 5mm, and just did that on up both sides. It looks like I used 3 of the 5mm up each side there. And then I did a lobster clasp and a jump ring, a little bit of extender chain, and then I hung one of the 5mm fire polish beads off the extender chain as a dangle. So that was my least favorite piece, I guess. So hold on, let me get the others, so I'll be back. Okay, this would be my second least favorite piece that I made. I thought about taking it apart too, but then I didn't. Thought I'd just go ahead and show it to y'all. I think I'm not happy with it because of the way I did the pendant here. I probably should have just put it on a head pin or something and dangled it from the center here instead of just threading it on the wire. I don't know. I started to do a bracelet with the flower here as the focal, and that probably would have looked better. And then I just kept adding beads, and it turned into a necklace, which happens quite often with me. But I don't know. I just don't know that I'm happy with the way I've got that there. But that is the 18mm check glass daisy bead. Honey orange is the color. And then I used the 4mm check glass struck beads in topaz. And then I used the 5 by 6mm check glass twisted rondelle beads in topaz. And I just did a little pattern of 3 of the rondelles with a drop between it, except here at where the flower is, I did 3 on each side of the flower, and then at the top here I did 3. And I put some bronze 11/0 seed beads between all the beads. And then I put some bronze chain on the back and a lobster clasp and a little bit of extender chain and one of the little 4mm drucks to hang off the extender chain as a dangle. So that's that one that I'm not sure I'll keep together. I might end up taking it apart. I don't know. Hold on, I've got one more. Okay, this is the last necklace that I made, and for the focal part here I used the 5 by 12mm check glass squared oval beads. Alabaster white with travertine was the color, and there were 15 of them, and I used all 15 of them. And in between them I used the rest of the 4mm vintage gold iris fire polish beads that came in the dollar bead bag in between all of the 5 by 12mm beads, and they were top drilled. And then I put a little 11/0 seed bead on either side of those fire polish beads. And then I did the rest of the 4mm check glass duck beads in topaz, the ones that I had left with 11/0s between them. And then I used the 5 by 15mm check glass rectangle tube beads that came in the box. Crystal travertine was the color on those. And then I put 11/0 seed beads between all the beads. And then I did a little bit of bronze chain on the back with a lobster clasp and an extender chain. And I had one little 4mm druck bead left, and I hung it off the extender chain as a dangle. So that's that one. So hold on, I'll try to get it all together in one picture and I'll be back. Okay, there's all the pieces that I have made from the October 2023 dollar bead box and dollar bead bag. Y'all let me know what you think about them. I hesitate to ask that because I'm afraid you're not going to like any of them, but I guess I need to know. So y'all let me know what you think about them. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description box below to the dollar bead box website in case you want to check it out and see if it's something that you want to maybe subscribe to, and that coupon code will save you $2 off your first box if you sign up. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.